I'm the Panda Photographer. My name is Keiki Alexander Dinichi Bailey. And yesterday I was at McCarren Park, minding my business, as a documentarian, as someone that contributes to society. I'm no game banger. I'm not a drug dealer. I don't do drugs. I'm not an alcoholic. But yesterday we was at McCarren Park, everybody. And some of you may have known Justin. Justin hangs out with a bunch of people that drink and do drugs. Now, Justin promised me that he would do his best to keep off the drugs and alcohol. But no, he hangs with this person named Andrew, which is Polish. Now, I just met Andrew a few weeks ago, but I don't hang out with him. The only reason why I met Andrew is because I was talking to Justin about his reveal of cancer. And I told Justin, you got to do better. You have to do better. But he's hanging out with Andrew. Now, you guys know I'm very open and very in solidarity. I give people chances. I am no racist. But I do not like racism, and I do not like when people do not listen to the narrative. So last year at Park House, when I was hanging out at Park House, there was an issue. Now, I want to actually show you this video so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. So there were 3 drunken Polish people in front of Park House last year. And when Andrew decided to join my YouTube channel, he was browsing through my channel and he saw that video specifically. And he immediately started calling me racist because of the thumbnail title. It literally says racist Karen versus unprofessional New York City park enforcement, because both parties were being very unprofessional. But the Polish man should never use profanity or the word that he chose to use towards another black woman in uniform, which was, mind you, if you watch the video, everyone was like, hey, watch your mouth. That is not cool. He's being racist. That's why I title the title what it is. Racist Polish Karen versus New York City unprofessional law enforcement. So, he gets upset because of that video, everyone. And while we were actually, at Target, mind you, we were actually trying to get employed with Target. We quit Target because there were very inconsistencies, there was some discrimination, there was problems. And then I was talking on Instagram about it. He jumps on my Instagram and we are talking about Target. I just got an email from Target asking me how can they fix the problems at the workplace. And I told them it's a little bit too late. But they wanted me to remove the videos. But he goes on Instagram, everybody, and started immediately bashing me, saying he's a racist fuck, and he started using the N-word on the Instagram, everybody. And this is when the audience started saying, yo, you are not cool, that's not cool. Like, mind you, we had an artist, a music artist from Harlem named Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace says on the Instagram, yo, you want me to handle this fool? This guy's being very rude. And everyone else started saying this. Being rude. So I removed him from the Instagram. He goes on Instagram and messaged me, said he would kill me, he would do this, he would do that. If I come to McCarren Park, blah, blah. So I came to McCarren Park. How many times I have came to McCarren Park, everybody? Multiple times this week. So yesterday, I'm sitting at the park. He comes up to me, and he tried to shake my hand. I'm like, oh, it's you. Get that. I said, why don't you just walk away from me, friend? I told him, walk away from me, because I don't even want to see you. You're disrespectful. You got no class. You're supposed to be a 52-year-old man, and you act like a child. You're homeless, you're Polish, you're drinking, and you're doing drugs. And you're trying to compare yourself to me? Please, friend, you have not contributed to society not one bit. You live in a homeless Polish shelter. You drink, you get intoxicated, you do drugs. Not only that, you give drugs to Justin. someone that is suffering through mental health, suffering through cancer, suffering through his illness, and this is how you treat your so-called friends. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we don't give Justin any money anymore. You guys will give me donations. I would try to look for Justin and buy him food. But Justin doesn't get anything from me anymore because he already been told, if you're going to continue to hang out with Andrew and drink and do drugs, then you will not receive anything from me. He was told this, and he agreed. But look what happened yesterday when he was on the live stream. I told him, do not get involved between me and Andrew, because what Andrew is doing is very unethical. And then he started, mind you, yesterday, while I was in the park in front of everybody, he tried to hit me. And I told him, please do hit me, because once you hit me, not only I'm going to whoop your ass, you're going to jail, friend. And you better get a good lawyer. Get a very good lawyer. Because you have no right, Andrew, to sit here and not pay attention to the narrative. You didn't even watch that video. You didn't want to watch the video in full. You assumed that I was being racist. No. Your own people was being racist when people in the park that are supposed to protect the park was telling them that they had to leave the park because they were being intoxicated. And then those same Polish drunk individuals was, mind you, was sitting in front of the park house. So what do you think New York City Parks Enforcement is going to accuse? Where are they getting the alcohol from? So New York City law enforcement or park enforcement started accusing the park house for soliciting alcohol to these three Polish people drinking in front of the park. But keep this in mind, this wasn't the first time these same Polish people were drinking in front of the park house, because we recorded also, mind you, there was a children's birthday party. One of the drunken Polish guys decided to whip out his penis and pee in front of the children while drunk in that video. He literally pulled out his cock and started peeing in front of the children, in front of the birthday party, and then goes into the party in front of the park house and grabs 2 slices of pizza from the children's birthday party. You think that was really respectful? Watch in full, friends. Like I said, it's not the first time these same Polish drunk people come to park in front of park house and do something very unethical. So we recorded last year of these incidents. And ever since I recorded it and made it public, Park House now decided that no alcohol should be presented in front. No one should be going outside with their alcohol in front of Park House. Their rules have changed because of that. For their own safety, because they could have been, mind you, Park House license could have been revoked because of someone making false assumptions about Park House soliciting alcohol to someone out on the street, when, mind you, those drinks are not even sold at the Park House. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only I was assaulted yesterday by a homeless prick, but a drunk prick that also gives drugs to Justin, a person that is suffering through mental health, homelessness, and cancer. You call that a friend? I tried to talk to Justin, but no. I guess Andrew's influence is overwhelming. So, ladies and gentlemen, as someone that is facing homelessness, I don't do drugs, I'm not a gangbanger, I'm not a thug, I'm not a criminal, I don't have a criminal history, mind you that. But, Andrew, I just did a background check on you, friend. You have a criminal history. You were arrested for intoxication. Oh, yes, I did a background check on you. It's called CCAP. You got an intoxication last year for intoxication. You got a drug charge. And you got a breaking and entry charge? Come on, friend. Get out of here, man. Yes, I Googled you. I CCAP'd your ass. The worst thing that you did, Andrew, and everybody, I'm just going to give everyone context. I have access to CCAP. You don't know what CCAP is in America? You can do a background check on anybody. for your own safety, even if you're renting from someone. Mind you, some states you're not supposed to discriminate, but you want to make sure that you're hiring and you want to give this tenant and you want to give your tenants a safe place to live without all the complications. Well, I did a CCAP check, and turns out this guy has a record: intoxication, breaking and entry, and assault. Really? So when you get intoxicated, you want to assault everybody. Mind you, yesterday, everybody, you can smell the vodka on him as he approached me and tried to hit me. I said, you and I told him, I know where you live. You live at the Polish fucking homeless shelter. It's right down the street on Nassau Avenue. I know where you stay. So if I were you, Andrew, listen to the narrative. No one's racist but you, friend. You the one that's not a good friend. This is what you do to people. You get people drunk. You get people high. Where do you get the drugs from? Like I said, everyone, you guys in the audience, the negative audience, want to criticize me when you got people like that in the world that literally want to kill someone else. Mind you, he is killing Justin. Every day that Justin hangs out with him, he is killing Justin by providing Justin alcohol and drugs. Have you once seen me provide alcohol and drugs to Justin, everybody? We provide food on this channel for Justin. But Justin messed up that opportunity, everybody, because he promised me that he was going to stop with the drugs and alcohol. But he did not stop. So I did continue to tell him, Justin, yesterday, if you watch the live stream, stay out of it, Justin. Andrew fucked up. Just to let Andrew know that you fucked up, friend, because when I come to McCarren Park today, you better be ready. Oh yeah, I'm going back to McCarren Park today. He better be ready. And mind you, I already told the 108 precinct about his ass. And they're aware of them drinking in that side of the park, everybody. This is why we don't do drugs, we don't drink, we don't hang out with people like that. Because people like that are a waste of time. They don't want to change. They don't want to progress. So with that said, everyone, as someone that was assaulted in New York City yesterday, and mind you, everyone was literally yelling at Andrew, like, get the fuck out the park, man. This dude was just sitting on his phone. He told you to leave. You obviously have some discrepancy against him. He's asking you to leave him alone. I'm asking Andrew to leave me alone. He refused to, so he goes on a rant, calling me the N-word and calling me black shitface. Yes, everyone, in front of everyone. And then those four black individuals yesterday was about to whip his ass in the park. You think that N-word affects me? It doesn't work. It doesn't affect me, friend. You can use that N-word all you want. It doesn't bother me because that's your name. That's who you are, Andrew. The white man called us that. That's not my name. My name is Keiki. My name doesn't start with an N. First and foremost. I got a better education than you, Andrew. And mind you, Andrew, you only been living in New York City for 28 years. Yes, all that comes on CCAP, friend. You're not a very good person. So with that said, everyone, I just want to go on the record and let you guys know that there's another racist Polish individual named Andrew. And mind you, we waited yesterday for him to return, but like I said, he probably went to his homeless shelter because, mind you, that's what they do all the time. They drink, they do drugs, right? And they go to the fucking homeless shelter and sleep it off. Now, let me ask you one question. Have you ever seen me do any drugs or alcohol and sleep it off on this channel, everybody? Not one time. Now, yes, we do promote marijuana use, and I prefer if you smoke marijuana over cigarettes or do drugs. I prefer if you were to just smoke a joint. But no, They doing cocaine. They doing crack, ice, shooting up, popping pills, doing dumb stuff like that in the park. And he thinks he got more class than I? So, ladies and gentlemen, on the record, let's go on the record. If you go to McCarren Park and you go on Nassau Avenue, in that little area, do not go in that area. Not only they stole us, mind you, not only they stole the cell phone from a girl yesterday. Yeah, we end up finding out that the reason why Andrew and Justin they broke up yesterday and left because a cell phone from a young lady was stolen. She left it on the chair in the park, and next thing you know, it's gone. This is another reason why we don't hang out in McCarren Park, because it's been known that people that live in that neighborhood, I'm not going to say what race, but you got a habit of taking things that don't belong to you and selling it. Because last year, it happened the same thing. A Polish woman took someone's cell phone, they left it in the park bench, and on surveillance camera, you see this Polish person go to a pawn shop and sells it. And turns out, this person is, mind you, this was on the news. This person is known for pickpocketing and stealing people's property. This is another reason why we don't hang out in McCarren Park. Because I used to see the same woman all the time in that park. So, keep this in mind. I'm not accusing anyone of doing anything wrong other than Andrew. But, ladies and gentlemen, I was assaulted yesterday for doing the right thing. For, mind you, for telling this douchebag to be a man. Stop killing people and leave Justin alone. You're not a friend to Justin. Justin needs friends. The guy has fucking cancer. And you're giving him drugs and alcohol? What kind of friend does that? You're a piece of shit. You're a loser. You're more of a loser than I am. You want to kill off another human being? You think it's cool. You think it's cool. You try to attack me, friend? You're in New York City, friend. Did you know you can go to jail for automatic 2 years for assault? But then again, New York City doesn't care about its people, because as soon as you go to jail, you're going to be right back on the streets again. He's going to be right back on the streets again, everybody, assaulting someone else again. Mind you, everybody, like I said in the beginning of this video, I did a CCAP check on him. He's been known for assaulting people. So, Andrew, how did I find this out? Like I said, friend, you got a history. You got a criminal history. A violent one, too. So now we publicly have the right to mind you, we publicly have the right to disclose this information because it is public information. And anyone can go do your background. I'm going to leave his full name in the comments so you guys can do a background check yourselves. You're a homeless, Polish, drunk man that probably steals from other Polish. He probably steals from his own Polish community, which is a shame. He probably does. This is why you hang out in the park all day, every day, probably. And most of the time you do. And every time I walk past the park, you're always there. You guys are drinking, you're doing drugs. This is why maybe your community doesn't want to accept you, because you are not what the community wants. You don't want to contribute to your own community. You don't even want to contribute to society. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm using Wi-Fi because my Mint mobile service sucks and I can't live stream because they keep bottlenecking my live streams. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am no longer going to be doing live stream walks until I pay for my Simple Mobile phone service back. So yes, I'm going to go back to Simple Mobile because Mint Mobile is not really good for live streaming. I can't live stream. It keeps bottlenecking my live streams. And we wanted to live stream yesterday at the skate park event. And we wanted to live stream what Andrew did, which we were live streaming, but it was very pixelated. It kept going in and out of service. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the bad guy here. I care for Justin. I want Justin to have a few more years at least. This fucking douchebag doesn't want to give Justin a few more years. He wants to continue to get Justin drunk and intoxicated with drugs and alcohol and bullshit. I care about people. I really care about people. People have the right to live. And so is Andrew. But Andrew, you do not have the right to discriminate. You do not have the right to defamate character, especially if you're not listening to the narrative, friend. A full video shows what your own people has been doing in your own community. Terrorizing, causing problems, thinking you guys are entitled. This is New York City. New York City was based on diversity. It was built on that principle. How dare you attack that foundation of New York? You're not a true New Yorker. I ask you a question. What is New York's true official name? Before it was New York, there was several names. You can't even answer that, friend. What was the war about in New York City? Why were the Dutch, the French, and the Indians fighting over this land? Why? And you got the nerve to talk about you've been here for over 40 years. No, you have not. You've been here for 28 years, friend. You've been here since 97. How did I know that? CCAP, everybody. How did I know you were arrested for intoxicating, assaulting a police officer? Not once, but you assaulted, wait, you had 3 assault charges? You better lucky you didn't go to prison, friend. But you do have a criminal record. And that is public record. It is public record. Yeah, do a background check on me. You will not find a fucking damn thing on me. Maybe something in Japan if that pops up. Yeah, I went to jail in Japan for trying to break up a fight and end up going to jail because you're not supposed to do that in Japan. You're supposed to let the police take care of the business. But it was, mind you, it was Navy versus citizens in Japan. You had these Navy assholes at the time using Japanese girls to buy them free drinks and food, and mind you, walking out on the tab. Yeah, that was a thing back in the day in Japan. You had the Navy walking out on tabs, hurting small mom and pop businesses in Japan. That was a thing back in the day. Abusing Japanese girls, using the girls, and yeah, that was a thing back in the day. I used to hate it. And I still dislike it. But it's not a thing anymore. But as I said, everyone, I'm keeping this on record. When I go back to McCarren Park, if Andrew says one more thing to me, not only I'm going to tell Sergeant Valisky, if I'm saying Sergeant, he's the NYPD sergeant that works at the 108 precinct in Greenpoint. How do I know these police officers? And mind you, Andrew called me a snitch because mind you, he called me a snitch because you used to work for the government. You used to work for a city official. You're a snitch. He called me a snitch because, yeah. Because what? I had jobs. I had good jobs. I worked for city and I worked, because, you call me a snitch? That doesn't make any sense. You're going to call someone a snitch because what? My previous job? Oh, you didn't have jobs like I had. I'm so sorry you didn't have the opportunity. Whose fault is that? That's not my fault. That's your fault for being an alcoholic. Guys, this is why I don't make fun of alcoholics, because Justin is an alcoholic. We try to comfort Justin. We try to give Justin the means of knowing what a real friend is supposed to mean of being a friend. I'm still mad at Justin, but I'm still talking to Justin. But Justin knows that he can't get anything from us anymore until he shows me that he's off the drugs and off the alcohol. He's been told this several times. He knows I'm mad at him. He knows he fucked up yesterday. Because when I walked into the park and I saw him, he looked at me, I was like, I'm not going over there, friend. You're fucking doing drugs, man. You have cancer, dude. You physically have cancer and you're killing yourself, friend. And you're allowing other people to help you do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to McCarren Park, if you see Justin, if you know Justin, help him stay away from all the drunken hobos and all the bad people in McCarren Park. He needs guidance. He needs friendships. He needs real friends. He needs people to watch over him. He doesn't need people to continue to make his health even worse. And that's what Andrew is mad about. Andrew is mad because I'm telling Justin professional and wisdom advice. Do not hang with him. I know, Justin, I understand that you know this guy for over 15, 20 years or something like that. But still, he's not a friend if he's continuing to get you intoxicated, drugs, and all that dumb shit. He's not a friend if he is continuing to provide you with it. Am I the racist? No, I'm not the racist here. But obviously, everyone chased him out of the park. Andrew, you got chased out of the park by me, by everyone else for doing a stupid, uneducated, and unethical behavior you performed yesterday. And you got the nerve to come back to the park and call me a snitch. You work for the man. He said it himself. That's why you work for the man. That's why you're a snitch. He said, that's why I work for the man and I'm the snitch. I don't work for no man anymore. I don't work for no agency, no consulate, no embassy, no city official, no 501c3. I work for myself now. So I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about this. Because NYPD issued these two people with clear records. Mind you that. NYPD does a background check. If you want to receive one of these, everybody, they do a background check on you. If you have any felonies, you will not be receiving one of these. That's why, Andrew, you mad? Because you tried to, what, you post yourself like what, press? You're not even press. You don't even know how to read and write, friend. I don't even know that. I'm just saying that. Because obviously, in the live chat that happened about 2 weeks ago on Instagram, my audience literally told, mind you everyone, my audience on Instagram gave him another butthole because he was being very rude for the wrong reasons. Very rude. But I guarantee you right now, he's in McCarren Park right now, early this morning, drinking. I guarantee it. They come out their homeless shelter. Mind you, he stays at a Polish homeless shelter in Greenpoint. Yes, they have their own homeless community shelter for their own citizens. Yeah, that goes for any other neighborhood. The Russians have one. The Chinese have one. The Muslims have their own homeless shelter facility. But for us, for Americans and for everyone else, you're on your own. If your community doesn't provide services or homeless services, yeah, that's a thing in New York City. So with that said, everyone, I just want to go on the record that I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning trying to find breakfast, lunch, and some work or something to do. I'm not out here drinking. I'm not out here smoking. I'm not out here adducing myself to drugs. I'm out here trying to stay alive and trying to understand what it is to be homeless in New York City. I'm trying to provide content and to an audience so they can see in transparency what is going on in New York City as of today and every other day. But I can't do that on a Mint Mobile service. I can't live stream on a Mint Mobile service. You gotta use Wi-Fi. Why we have cell phone service? Are you serious, Mint Mobile? You're gonna throttle my service after 40 gigabytes. Mind you, it's in the fine print too. After 40 gigabytes of your data is used, you're going to be using 3 or 4G service. You're being bottlenecked. So is it truly unlimited? No, it's not truly unlimited. So I just want to go on the record, and I want to be very transparent, everybody. So let's read some of these comments. So Bob B says the N-word. That's like a word I hear a bunch of in music. Yeah, I hear that all the time in music too. I hear that. Is it even bad to say in context that? What? Is it even bad to say in context that isn't insulting? No, it wasn't. It's not to me. The N-word doesn't affect me. It might affect someone else here in the United States, but that word does not affect me. Like a comedian, you should be able to say any word. People can choose not. Well, I don't know. You can't say the N-word to. Here's the thing. You can say the N-word to me, and I would just laugh at you like, ha. But you say that to any other New Yorker or any person that lives in the hood or lives in the ghetto, Andrew, you will not see tomorrow. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking New York City. You say N-word to any other black person in the hood, you will see. Let's be real about this. Either bullets will be flying or fists will be flying. Let's be real about that. This is New York City. Black people do not like that N-word here. They do not like that word here. They get so tore up about that word. And that's why I ask black African Americans, why are you even stressing that word? That word doesn't mean shit to us. Can I eat cream pie or is it unhealthy? You can eat whatever you want, just don't do drugs or alcohol. You can eat whatever you want, farmer, don't do drugs or alcohol. We preach that on this channel. Yes, you can drink some alcohol. If you're not an alcoholic, that's fine. Let's say you do drink alcohol, and you drink alcohol on a casual basis. Let's say you drink alcohol maybe on a Thursday after work, and maybe on a weekend with your wife or your children or your friends. That's fine. But every single day, when you wake up, when you go to bed, before you go to bed, is that really normal? No. She says, show my feet. What about my feet? But anyway, friends, I care about people, even Polish people. But Andrew thinks I'm racist towards Polish. No. I met a few Polish people that were racist in McCarren Park. I also met a bunch of French racist people in McCarren Park. We talked about that too. But he's not talking about that, right, Andrew? You're not even talking about the video of me catching another French native saying racist things about me and other black people at Park House. You didn't talk about that video, did you? No, you did not. Because you don't speak French. You don't understand any of the words of the pensée. You just want to be arrogant. You just want to target people. Because you know that I'm not a dumbass person. I'm not going to give in to your unethical ways. You know I'm not like Justin. You know I got a head on my shoulder. You thought I was another Justin, that I'm simple-minded? No, friend. I think 10 steps all the time. Every single 10 seconds. I think 10 steps. That's who I am. But for an individual like that, everyone, he doesn't deserve to be among us. He doesn't even deserve to be here in New York City. New York City was built on immigration in that foundation. It was based on that foundation. And he has the right to discriminate. Mind you, this is Andrew. He doesn't even know New York what it is. New York was built, like I said, on immigration. This city was built on us. We built these buildings. But guess what? We can't even live in these buildings because we can't even afford them. But guess what? 90% of the construction workers that helped build this city can't even live in this city. Half of them are homeless. And he has to know to talk about me being homeless. You homeless too. But the problem with Andrew's homelessness is he's jealous because, mind you, I don't abuse drugs, I don't abuse alcohol, I save my money, I use my money to go eat and do things like go shopping, buy hygienical products, buy clothes in. Mind you, I gotta change my clothes today. We buy those things, he doesn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to understand that when I go to McCarren Park today, there will be some confrontation. And it's not going to be on my side because I ain't doing anything wrong. Like I said, Andrew decided to go on my Instagram where I was talking about Target. If you guys didn't see what happened between me and Target, I was actually training to be a manager, and there were some things at the time that were very unethical and discriminatory at the workplace, and I documented it. Target emailed me, asked me, can I remove the videos and photos and let's have a conversation? I told him no. It's done. I tried to reach out to you. You guys thought that I was, mind you, not in my right. This is New York State. I don't need Target's consent to not record in their store. I can record in their store even if I'm an employee, because there were very unethical things. And Andrew says I'm bitching, I'm complaining in that video. I said, no, we're talking about maybe a lawsuit, perhaps, if Target keeps pushing it. And he goes on and tries, mind you, he goes on the Instagram and he attacks you. He doesn't attack me. Also, he attacks you. He started calling people in the comments in that Instagram, you people are as dumb as he is. He is stupid. He was saying all this stuff. He was calling you guys stupid. Don't support him. Why do you even want to support him? Mind you, he said it himself yesterday in front of everybody. I asked for donations. At least I'm asking for donations for a good cause. At least I'm trying to get people to understand that I'm trying to build a platform for people to watch. So it's not my right to ask my audience to support the channel? See the common sense. People don't have a right to give me a super chat? When there's super chat available, YouTube set that up. If you're going to argue with anyone about receiving funds, blame YouTube for allowing us to receive funds. Mind you, super chat, YouTube takes 38% of your super chat. So if you donate $50, I'm not going to receive that $50. Because YouTube takes 38% of that super chat. If anyone wants to know that. So this is why I ask my audience, if you want to support directly to the PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, in the description there's a PayPal, which you don't need to sign up for. It's easy for anyone to donate. I set it up for anyone to donate. But if you do have a PayPal account, you should log in so you can keep a record of how much you are donating to my channel or any other YouTube channel, because you have to do your taxes at the end of the year, right? So this is why we do everything electronically. We don't want to accept cash. Even, let me tell you a good example. Mr. Brown, Stephen Brown, he works in the city, right? I haven't seen him since probably last year. But the last few times I met this guy, he wanted to give me cash. I told him I don't like carrying cash, because every time I carry physical cash, I lose it. This is why I never carry things in my pocket, because I lose it. So this is why I prefer if people just do it like a electronic payment. So it not only benefits me, it benefits you. So when you do your taxes, and when you do your taxes at the end of the year, you can account for a donation. It's called a deductible. You're contributing to something, and you need to let the IRS know that you have donated this amount of money to this person and within this amount of year. So if Andrew wants to get upset about something like that, because he's not aware, because he's not a very good YouTuber. Mind you, he does have a YouTube channel. This is where all the information was leaked. You leaked all your information, friend, on your videos. You know that, right, Andrew? Not a very good thing to do. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just trying to be transparent. Yesterday was Father's Day. I'm a father to a child that should have been 18 years of age by now. And it was not a very good day for me. Not only I wanted to live stream the skate event, but Mint Mobile would not allow me to. So I was getting upset. I was getting so pissed off. Because I really did not want to pre-record this. But I did anyway. And then I went to walk all the way from Cooper Park, skate park, to McCarren. I get to McCarren. And I sit there, not in my business, like I normally do. But keep this in mind. I'm the YouTuber that has to spend money on the gear. I'm the YouTuber and the creator that has to schedule the live streams. I'm the one that's making the videos and setting up the videos and making sure that the video quality is up to par. Andrew doesn't know what bitrate is. He doesn't know that because he's uneducated. But for him to attack me because of a video that I recorded last year and you think I'm racist and then I called you out for your bullshit, I don't want to hang out with you guys. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't want to chat with you. I came here for Justin. I didn't come here for you. I wanted to see how Justin was doing. But obviously yesterday he was all fucking drugged up and drunk and intoxicated. I can't talk to Justin that way. Because he will forget everything I have said to him. Because of the drugs. This is why we don't do drugs and alcohol, everybody. This is why we will always stay neutral. If I'm going to do alcohol, everybody, I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to have some sake in front of you on live stream. I'm going to say, everybody, listen, out of celebration, I brought my food, I brought this, and I brought beer. This is why I'm always transparent with donations. So no one can use that against me. Saying that, oh, you took donations, you did something else with it. Really? I got proof right here on Good To Go app. I brought 2 Good To Go's 2 days ago. I brought one yesterday morning. Well, yeah, afternoon because I had a breakfast. And then we were looking for dinner yesterday because we wanted to save money. Because, mind you, I used up all my MetroCard transportation. So I had to put money back on the MetroCard. I wish I could just get an unlimited for the week. That would be better off. Because I'm just wasting $2.90, $2.90 there, $2.90 there, $2.90 there, when I could just buy a $36 unlimited MetroCard and use it as many times as I want. I don't have the $36 for unlimited, but if you guys have unlimited for me, let me know, because I'm trying to save money. Because mind you, an unlimited MetroCard can literally save you more than $26 a month, or maybe even more, because last month, when I bought an unlimited MetroCard, it saved me over $45 because I took that money and bought food after food and bought some stuff, bought some hygiene. Thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate it. That goes into like, who's John Lee, Michael Collins, Phil, Sabrina, Gabrielle, is it Gabrielle Wiener? Yeah. Who else donates? Yeah, a couple other people. Laura Bryan, David Osher, all the way from Australia. Sabrina is from the UK. I got 2 Sabrinas. One's from UK, one is from California. So, yeah, that's the one I was talking to yesterday, one from California. Because she was on the live stream on Instagram when Andrew started cursing her out on the live stream that day. That's why I was like, yes, Sabrina, it's the same Andrew that was cursing you out on Instagram and the chats. The one that's being very disrespectful. Yeah, the racist Polish guy. Yes, that's who it was. Train up the block. See. He's asking where's the subway. Mind you, yeah, looks like he just woke up from a good night of drinking and partying. Yeah. But like I said, everyone, I'm here to help you and guide you. I'm not trying to be your enemy. But if you want to be my enemy, that's a big mistake you do not want to be. Because I have no quarrels with you. You have no quarrels with me. You don't know me. You don't support this channel, especially Andrew. You never supported this channel. You just met me 2 weeks ago, dude. And you only met me 3 times for, what, 3 minutes? Because of Justin. And you think you have the right to talk shit about me, friend? You don't even know me, friend. You didn't even know I could be a dangerous criminal. But you found out that I was a YouTuber and a journalist and a documentarian. You also found out other things that I did for a living. And you asked me, what happened with that job? I just decided to leave. I want to do something else. And mind you, like I said, we only met 3 times for 3 minutes, only because of Justin. I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted to talk to Justin because Justin is the one with cancer. Justin is the one that needs real friends. He doesn't need you. He doesn't need people like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, as an audience, I'm asking you to leave Justin a message. Let Justin know in the comments that you care for him. He doesn't need to hang out with Andrew. He doesn't need the drugs. I want you to leave that comment for Justin so I can show Justin in real time that you are people that care about him. You don't have to know Justin to care for him. But Andrew is the one that's abusing Justin and killing Justin. Justin was diagnosed with cancer, everybody. He's not even in his 40s. He's not even in his 40s. He already has cancer. And Andrew is giving him drugs. So I want you guys to leave comments in the comments below, sharing your condolences and your love for Justin. Let Justin know that, yo, Justin, stop what you're doing, the drugs and alcohol, and listen to Panda or listen to what we as the audience have to say, the Panda Nation. We care for you. We don't want you to kick the bucket so quickly. You have more time. I know this can be very depressing, Justin, but you have time. It doesn't care how much time you have. As long as there's time, you can still make things right. And Andrew doesn't believe in that. That's the issue, everybody. He's a drunk, Polish, unreasonable, drunk man that tried to attack me yesterday for protecting Justin and his rights and calling him out for his shit and disrespecting you as an audience. Andrew disrespected you as an audience. You should really watch that Instagram video. You're gonna be like, what? If I was in that comment, he said that to me, I would have been, what? Man, I'm coming to McCarren Park. You better not be at McCarren Park. Disrespecting you guys in the audience, calling you guys, you as stupid as I am. He called you stupid. Because, mind you, everyone, he's the one that's desperate. He's the one that lives in a fucking in a shelter. You drink and go to a shelter. That's a waste of taxpayer in your community's pockets money. You need to stay off the alcohol. This is why, guys, this is why we always sober. This is why we're able to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is why we're able to do this. This is why we're able to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day and go to sleep at 1 o'clock at night. Yes, I didn't go to sleep until 1 o'clock last night. And I woke up 4 hours later. I get 4 hours or 3 hours of sleep every fucking night. Because guess what? I'm in New York City. It is dangerous to be homeless here. It is dangerous to even sleep with your property. And ask Justin. He'll tell you. You know how many cell phones Justin got swiped while being under the influence of drugs and alcohol? Too many. Too many. Mind you, everyone, I gave Justin a cell phone. Mind you, I found cell phones all the time in New York City. I tried to give them back to the owner. And every time I try to give it back to the owner, either the phone is disconnected, the phone number is disconnected, or there's no way to get in touch with the person. Even when I try to email, yes, I have been successful a few times finding phones and giving them back to their owners. So there was one phone in particular that I gave to Justin that I had for about 2-3 years that I found. I didn't even find it in New York. I found it in Boston when I was in Boston in 2021. I never used it because I didn't have a charger for it and I didn't know how to access it. But when I turned the phone back on, when I reset it, the phone reset, I gave the phone to him. He loses it the next 3 days because he's under the influence. And Justin told me, yo, dude, I just lost that cell phone you gave me. I'm like, are you serious? I got drunk the night and I'm so sorry, man. I know you gave it to me in good faith. I was like, really, Justin? Come on, man. I could have used that cell phone for something, for live streaming or for doing something on the web. Come on, friend. And mind you, I found it, but I could have kept it. But I gave it to him and he lost it because he was under the influence. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to go on the record. I did a background check on this guy, Andrew. He's not a very, very good person. You got a very interesting criminal record. You like to insult people and think you can get away with it. You think you can do that? All right, friend. So with that said, everyone, JD says, I gotta go. Have a wonderful day. You too, sir. You have a wonderful day as well. Because all I'm trying to do is have a good day every day. But every day doesn't work out in my favor. And mind you, I can't be upset for that. If I don't get food, I have to try the next day. You guys know this on this channel. If I cannot find food, mind you, there's no more community refrigerators in Long Island City. They took all the community refrigerators out. Because guess what? There used to be one right down the street here. Remember last year, 2 years ago when we first came to this area? There used to be one right there. And they took it out because the neighborhood decided that the homeless are going to be the problem. Yeah, people. In this community, think. Homeless people are going to be a problem. These homeless people that you're talking about or preferring about, mind you, everybody, they're talking about these people, used to live in this neighborhood. You kicked them out of their homes to build buildings like that. Keep that in mind. This was once their neighborhood. And they come back in the neighborhood, they don't belong here. This is what this neighborhood wanted to do. So they took out one community feature over here, they took out the other one over there, and mind you, in order for me to find food, I gotta cross the bridge or go on the other side of Queens to look for food. And then mind you, I gotta wait maybe an hour, maybe 3 hours, maybe 5 hours, maybe 10 hours. Sometimes people just don't donate at all to the community fridge. So, just to give everyone context, the community refrigerators in New York City are the new food pantries of New York City. If you want to go to a food pantry, your best bet is to go to 9 Million Reasons, which is not far from here. But guess what? We were food poisoned last week. Remember that, everybody. We were food poisoned by 9 Million Reasons. Go look at my video. I ate some food from there. The same day, I ended up in a hospital of food poison. Apparently, someone had some lesions or some type of disease or lesions disease on their hands or on their body. And that's what I contracted in my stomach. Doctors took samples of my vomit and my stool and found these lesions in my vomit and my stool. So please, this is why we don't go to 9 Million Reasons. If you are aware of 9 Million Reasons, not only they got caught discriminating, not only last week they got caught discriminating against me, mind you, that's on YouTube, but the woman that's in charge caught her own staff member violating my human rights by telling me this place is for only migrants and people that do not have a home. And I told her, what makes you think I don't have a home? She started comparing me because I have a fancy cell phone. And I said, so does everyone else have a fancy cell phone? That doesn't mean anything. And she said, I can't give you this. I said, ma'am, I have a food restriction. I asked you, you have anything edible? I didn't ask for a sandwich. I said edible. There's a difference. So the woman, the director that's in charge, was insulted by her own volunteer. And her volunteer, guess what? Guess what she is? She's Polish. And she had the nerve to try to question me and say, do I speak German? I was like, a little bit, but that doesn't mean anything, ma'am. You violated New York City law. You got caught from your own director, and you got the nerve to strike. Yes, you striked and hit your own director. You could have went to jail for assault. But, ladies and gentlemen, we went to 9 Million Reasons, and we got food poison. This is why we're not going there anymore. But then again, we never received food from that place, because every time we went there, they either told me they don't have anything for me. Mind you, on their website, they said they are vegan option free. So when I go there to ask for something edible, keep this in mind, even the director knows from watching my videos. She said, you are the panda photographer, you the vegan. Yeah, we don't have a dietarian anymore. Yes, they don't have a dietarian anymore. Someone that is a professional that understands what to give someone in my need. But she said, what can I buy? I said, I asked for something edible. She says she can't provide me food. It's just, I heard that part. So what are you looking for? I said, anything edible. It could be an apple. It could be a fruit. It could be salad for all I care. But that's what got me sick. The salad. Yeah. The salad and the fruits. Apparently someone had lesions. And yeah. If your staff members can't keep their hands clean, or you guys can't keep your, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going there ever again. Not only that, this woman wanted me to give her video on the day that this other guy was giving out free food. Mind you, I was on the line one day for 3 hours, waiting for food. And this guy that works there decides to give these 3 Spanish women that were waiting in the back of the line. He said, come. He shows them more favoritism and gives them a whole entree of sushi. This is a whole entree that could have fed at least 10 people. You give this lady sushi. She's in the back of the line. I'm in front of the line. Well, I'm not in front of the line. I'm in the middle of the line. She's in the back of me, all in the back. And she gets to skip in the front of the line to get food. So I showed her that video. She's like, can you send me that video so I can show my superiors as well that there is favoritism? I said, ma'am, it's on YouTube as a YouTube short. You can view it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going back to 9 Million Reasons because I was told by officials in New York City to stay away for a while. Because not only that, man, I could actually file a discrimination act against 9 Million Reasons, which I'm not going to. I'm not going to hurt a 501c3. I just want them to know that they food poisoned me, and they've been aware that they food poisoned me, that I would not ever return to 9 Million Reasons because you guys don't believe in safety. You're giving out spoiled food and you're not cleaning your hands, you're not washing your hands after touching other people. Other people are not very hygienical. Just to put that out there. For me to catch lesions from someone else and then be detected in my vomit and stool, that's a big problem. So I am not going back to that place, everyone. I refuse to. So if I'm going to look for food, I'd rather go look for food elsewhere. Besides, I was on the other side of Brooklyn yesterday, and it turns out they opened a new community refrigerator by that skate park. So I might go back over there to check that community refrigerator out later on. But again, I have to spend the last of my money on transportation because we do not want to break the law. We do not want to hop the train and get a ticket or go to jail. So I have to pay my fare. So that's how I go look for my food. So everyone, I have to pay the transportation system to go look for food. That's a risk that I have to take every day. And $2.90 out of my pocket, your pockets, your donations. So, just to give transparency, I'm going to go to my storage today. My storage usually doesn't open till 8 o'clock. So, I'm going to change my pants. I'm going to go to Brooklyn. I'm going to look for some food. If I can't find food, I'm going to come back here. Because honestly, everyone, I don't feel safe in McCarren Park anymore. I don't feel safe in that neighborhood anymore. It used to be cool. It's still cool. You just got a bunch of assholes that are in that area. Like Andrew. Mind you, Justin is not an asshole. He's looking for some type of escape. Drugs and alcohol is not that type of escape. If you want that escape, Justin, come to Long Island City, let's talk. Let's sit down at a Starbucks. Let's just try to figure this out. What can me and my audience do for you? How can we help you? Because you're the one with cancer. You're the one with the depression. You're the one that's trying to deal with this. And Andrew is not that friend. So I want everyone to understand why I'm making this video and why it's so long. Because I have a friend, and I think Justin is a friend, but he's just doing dumb shit. And he knows he's doing dumb shit. I just want him to live a few more years and not consume drugs and alcohol. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to come to himself and say, like, I don't need this. I only got a few years to live. I got no time to be wasting with you, Andrew. I don't need your drugs. And mind you, Justin's the one that told me he gets it from Andrew. Andrew provides it. Andrew provides it. How does Andrew get it? I don't know. I don't care. As long as he gives it to me. Sometimes Justin said it. He's been stressed out that he looks for a way out. But like I said, I got my own issues to worry about. But on top of that, I still want to help people. It goes to show you where my mentality is and where everyone else's mentality is. It goes to show you that I'm willing to, like, stop what I'm doing for a moment to cater and to listen to what you have to say. But I don't have anything to say or listen to Andrew. After what he did and what everyone else in the park saw what he did, yeah, and those 4 black guys should have beat your ass for saying the N-word. They should have. They should have whooped your ass. Because that would have been a very good sight to see. But then again, those black men would have probably went to jail. Because mind you, Andrew is a white Polish guy. Who do you think the cops are going to really believe? The white Polish guy. Because he's white. They're going to see 4 black young men protecting 1 black man because this guy said the N-word and called me names because he's wrong for what he's doing to Justin and what he's doing to his community. Listen, I don't have time for that, friend. My audience know better than that. My audience already know that I don't do any of the bullshit that you're doing, Andrew. You're full of shit. You killing someone. You're killing someone by providing someone else with drugs. You call yourself a friend? You're a loser. You're a loser by providing Justin drugs when the boy is diagnosed with cancer. Come on, man. You're a fucking idiot. You're an idiot. I'm sorry to say it, but you're an idiot. And I think my audience will agree. You're an idiot. How dare you literally try to take someone's life even faster? Who are you? But with that said, everyone, if you hang out with if you go to McCarren Park, like I said earlier, If you go to McCarren Park, if you know Justin, he's the homeless guy. He's a little aggressive. Hold on, let me pop up this video again. Wait. Let me show you this video. Let me try to find it. Let me find it. Hold on. NYC Parks. I want you guys to listen to this video. This is great. Oh, there it is. You see this video, everybody? This is what Andrew is upset about. Unprofessional NYC Parks informant versus racist Polish Karens. Like I said, both in this video were wrong for what they did. And you can see, look at it. Look at that thumbnail. It is very obvious what took place that day. Let's show you the video. So you see this guy here? You see this guy here? This is the brother of the girl that is on the floor intoxicated. This is the Polish brother that doesn't like the Polish guy that she is with. He called the police on the guy that's with his sister because all he does is get his sister intoxicated and drunk. So see? So Andrew, you missed the narrative. That's the brother. He's trying to get his sister to come home for doing drugs and alcohol. And this is the same friend you hang out with. Wait. Guess what, everyone? You're going to see someone that hangs out with Justin in a moment. Oh, you see this guy right here? You see this guy? This guy hangs out with Justin and Andrew. He's the one that gives Andrew the drugs to give to Justin. He was the one that gave the drugs and the alcohol. Mind you, he's the one that gave the drugs to them in this video.
This guy was just trying to help.
I thought he was trying to help, but it turns out he was the guy that was actually giving out the drugs. He's the Polish guy that hangs with Justin. Look, and the brother is calling the cops. He doesn't want this guy. You see this guy right here? Listen to what he says to the black woman. Whoa. See, he just said a racist thing towards the black woman. This is what they did last year all the time in front of the park house. This is what they do all the time in front of the park house. They drink, and look. Listen to what they said. Listen to what parks say. They said the park house was giving them alcohol. Yeah, he called her a bitch. See, he did it again. He called her a nigger bitch. He did it again. I'm recording this, everybody. This is last year. I'm telling this Polish guy to have some respect. You can't use words like that towards people of color. Now the focus is on the guy. This guy. You see this guy? He's a bad person. He's a bad person. This is the video, everybody. Wait. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at him. Look at that. This is what Justin, Andrew, this guy, and his friends always do all the time. Listen to what I say about Park House.
No, ma'am. Excuse, ladies, they didn't buy it from here. I've been inside all day.
See, New York City parks tried to accuse the Park House for soliciting alcohol to them. Guess what? I was there all day since 9 o'clock in the morning having breakfast at the Park House. Park House do not sell alcohol till after 2 p.m. and they open hours. So when the Parks Department tried to bash the Park House for saying such a thing, I immediately said, no. They are not serving any alcohol. And Justin is standing right there. He's telling them, no, man, we're not even open. So you guys have it out for us. Yes, these two women always had it out for the Park House. Let me tell you why. Because from my understanding, the Park House used to be their office. Yes, it used to be a red and black building. And they got upset when they found out that their office is going to be a little bit smaller. So yeah, they never liked the Park House.
They have not bought a drink from this establishment all day.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to repeat that. I'm going to play back what I just said. So I want you to listen to what I just said. Hold on, let me play it back.
Excuse me? From here.
Listen to what I said.
I've been inside all day. I ate a cheeseburger. They have not bought a drink from this establishment all day.
What did I just say, everybody? What did I just say in this video? They did not buy one single drink from this establishment all day. You see how Parks Enforcement was trying to accuse the Park House for soliciting alcohol? They literally tried to get the Park House license taken away from this. They said it several times in the videos before this. So, and then the Parks Enforcer got the nerve to come up to me, and you can hear it in the video. Do not post this on Facebook. This is not going on Facebook. This is going on YouTube.
I understand. Right. They haven't bought any alcohol.
Okay, so long as they didn't bring the alcohol out there, but they've been sitting here for a minute. Since he was stayed out here for a minute. 6, 9 o'clock this morning, make sure I do.
See, you heard me. You heard what I just said, everybody. I've been at Park House having breakfast since 9 o'clock this morning. They did not buy alcohol from there. So Andrew, you're wrong. You should next time, Andrew, listen to the narrative before you accuse someone for being racist. No one was being racist in this video other than your own people, other than the people in this video. It clearly shows that you have, and mind you, your community has a problem with alcohol.
Because these guys are
This is proof right here, everybody.
I just want to.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I know this video is way too long for what this should be, but I just want to clear the record. I don't care how long it has to be. I want Andrew to know that he was wrong for accusing me of being racist in my own video when the title described itself. Unprofessional Parks Employees versus Racist Karen. You heard the racist Polish guy call the black Parks Enforcer not only a bitch, but a nigger bitch. So, therefore, Andrew, who is the racist here? Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, have a good day. And when I come to McCarren Park and I see Andrew, I'm going to make sure I live stream it. I'm going to make sure that Andrew apologized to you because he disrespected you as an audience.